Well, hi, I'm Crafty Songbird, Rebecca's mom. How are you doing?
And Majestic Wicked Dragon. I'm really not up for showing my face today. Yeah, everybody knows what I look like. I'm just hanging out today. Um, Mom, I didn't drop the link for Sis to come in. Should I or no?
It's your page, you do what you want. I am just sitting here closing rings to make bracelets. Haven't decided if I'm going to do a 6-in-1 or what I decided yet. These rings are bought and already kind of cut. You can see there's a little cut there. I have to close that. And you'll hear a little popping when they get it close to each other. I don't know if the camera will, mic will pick it up, but I go together
Dropped her.
back and forth until it closes. If there's a
I did
little
drop the
gap,
link to it.
I'll go back again to hear it click, and I don't have it open.
Hope everybody's having a good day. Hi, Dragon.
Hey,
Let's see
hey,
this.
girl, what you doing? Feeling better, I hope.
Doing alright, sis. Just been fighting mild headaches here and there. Um, I need to come and get your cleaner, Mom. My glass, I can't even see through it. She says, "Hey sis," and no. I think you asked how she was going. Because she's still not feeling good. We're praying that you do feel good soon, sis.
I'm gonna get 5 pounds of rings at a time. This will probably make enough for at least 5. I'll use my little cups for my closed ones, the open rings, and then my full open one to make the bracelets. And then down here you'll see a 2-2-2 combo with the lobster claw. So when I do an open one, I find an open cut, which is right here on the top. And I twist it sideways, not out. Never go out, because if you go out to open it, you'll never get the form of the ring back. It does have to be right to left. I always pull mine to my right because I'm right-handed. If I go left, then I have to keep turning it. So always go to my right, open. Make sure when it's close. We'll cut right there. Right to left opens the ring. If you go out like this, it will break down. This will go through the weave that I'll be doing. When I get started, I do like a speed weave, so I'll have my open rings here with closed ones on
I
it.
need to come and clean your lens, Mom. Look how much clearer mine is.
Well, I did that yesterday.
With your Windex?
No.
Yeah, that's what I just did with the Windex on my glass and on my camera. You can actually see how much clearer it is. She just said she'll be right back. She's still in a lot of pain.
I'm sure she is.
Having teeth pulled don't hurt.
Any dental work hurts.
So this towel was used with the Windex. Let's see, back here.
Are you going to clean it or not? That's what you just said.
Spot's still down. Okay, try now. Let's see what it does. Oh, heck yeah. A lot clearer. You were grayed out. I couldn't see what you had in front of you.
Because I set my camera down yesterday over here to the side. And I was putting my mat down.
Is that better?
Yeah.
I tell you, sinus headaches are not fun. Make my forehead hot. I am gonna have to get me a new phone and camera stand here. This thing keeps popping up pieces of plastic. I think she's switching out her tablet and phone.
One open ring, 2 rings to keep it going. I will add one more to that pile.
My eyes can't playing tricks on me right now. Hi, Dragon. Welcome back.
And what I'm doing here is one with two closed ones,
Sorry about that.
one open. The one open that goes here, I'll close this one, and then that extra will go here to make that 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And this is what I'm referring to as 2 and 2 and 2. Now you could make the bracelet all the way like this if you wanted to. That's not what I do.
And sis, if you want to come in and hang out and just chit chat with us, that's fine.
If I'm doing a BB bracelet, it would be popped open and a bead would be inserted right there in the middle of those four. See where it's closing up? That's where the BB would go. But here, these will get flipped. Like a little pair of bunny ears being flipped. And at first, it's kind of rough till you get it going.
And if everybody wants to see, I'm still working on my snake. Got a little further with it yesterday. Still trying to decide on the other colors to do here. Which I've done a little bit of gold cross pattern. Since I put that orange and that yellow on it and the burgundy. I'm not sure what other colors to go with. Because cobras are actually supposed to be solid colors, not multi. You know what, Mom? I think I'm going to actually put this picture away and do a different one. I'm going to take a break off of this one. Come back to it another day. I think part of it is my need to adjust.
Here's where I flip the bunny ears back. And this is the two that I had down here with the one extra. And I'm catching the one in the center. And if I was to drop it like I do, that's why I put the class on. So I know which end I'm working on. And I know I added 2. And I'll pull those 2 out. It will take me back to the single that's there in the center. And I'm going to add 1 to that. So the 2 that were in the 1, now I'm going to make that other one a 2, 2. So in order to complete that, I have to pick up these 2 bottom ones you see dangling here. And they'll get put on. And that will get closed. So there it starts the 2, 2 combo again. Now, if I wanted this bracelet to be closed up really tight, I would continue that part of that weave. Just going back, getting a good closure. I don't want it scratching anybody. Now, I can make this a real tight weave and just keep adding the open ones. I'll show you what that looks like.
With me tearing these pages out, was that too loud on your ears, Mom?
What?
With me tearing these pages out, was that too loud in your ear?
No.
Okay. Just trying to decide which ones to do, and I'm picking out 2 or 3 different ones.
So again, flip the bunny ears till the middle ones are exposed. There's that open one right there.
I think Dragon would probably like that one. What do you think, Dragon? You think you like that one? Yeah, rock out.
Now I'm going to pick up the 2 lazy ones, I call them. Add them.
Mom, this one actually had a steampunk one in here. You want me to keep it for you?
No, I have all steampunk.
Yeah, but this isn't this one that I was sent by you know who.
Oh, I don't want that.
Okay. Now I'm
So
going to do
that's
some
what it's
funky
beginning. The weave is what it's going to look like by just adding the same combo.
Matter of fact, I think I'll do that one first.
So the 2 that I added, I'll just let them drop out to the side. When I drop them out to the side, it exposes those 2 in the middle so I can keep the weave going. If my camera's down closer, you'll be able to show you more. But
Yeah, I'm working on getting us both stands for the computers.
You see those 2 center ones? That's where I'm going to be adding to. And these ones right here.
And Dragon says if you're wondering who the second person is, that's me in the background with my phone. But it's just me and her in here.
That's fine.
Trying to keep an eye on the chat. But since Dragon's here, I'm actually going to back out off of my phone. Because it needs charge.
Okay. There's the one I'm adding another ring to right here.
Are those the 20 gauge, Mom? Or the 16 gauge?
I'm not sure. I don't have it wrote on my pack.
When you pulled it out of the box, I thought the box was marked.
Probably is.
Yeah, it looks like those are the 16 gauge.
Yeah, see, I went and picked up a 2-2 combo and I'm not even ready for it. I've got to add my other one.
Sorry.
No, I'm just showing you how easy it is to make a mistake.
I know, and I interrupted you when you were talking.
And you can't go anywhere when you make that mistake. So,
wow. Cleaning this glass made this a lot clearer than it did yesterday.
I'll add a couple more. Give you guys a... So that's what it would look like until you grab those 2 outer ones closest to my nail. If I put this on there, where those 2 are, give it a little tug, and there's the weave. That's the 3 that I put on.
Huh. These books are sold in France, Germany, Benelux, Mexico, Italy, UK, Australia, Canada, and the US for these ones. Sugar Skull Brain Candy. And it says the best to use for it is your colored pencils and Crayola markers. I'm finding that my Stedler pencils work very well, but I gotta make sure I don't get any kind of water near it or it runs. These Stedlers, even though they're like a crayon, they still act like they're watercolor. I've been able to get my other ones out, which I have over on the other side over here that I have sitting here in my other container. I'm gonna grab those and see how they work. And another pencil that works great is Dad's old drafting pencils that he had from out in the garage.
Yeah.
These work great too. I have a whole tray of them. Come on. I put my other pieces that I had worked on. And this one's a tracing of a toucan that I've done here a few months ago. With
You
a
want to make
light
me
tracer
big
in
for
the
a
background.
second?
Huh?
Does it make me big for a second? So that's what it looks like. Where these two are up here, when I go to do the next set, I will throw them to the right, to the left, and pick up the center ones. And that's, if you look at this, a little bit more steadier here. Those two center ones down there on the bottom is where I ended that third one. So what I'm going to do here is at this drop, which is these two, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to make a boo-boo, because there's three on there and there should only be two. But I just wanted to show that. Easy fix. Just go back and take one off. You get to talking to somebody.
You get sidetracked very easily.
Yeah.
I've done it. I've actually, when I was working on bracelets with Mom when I could, I actually made a 2-2 and then a 3 with a 6, and it was kind of funky looking.
So by dropping that one off where the 3 was, another demo is you'll see that those two center ones right over here are crisscrossed. You don't want them crisscrossed. You want them on top of each other. Actually, they undid themselves, so yeah. Back out. I got it one time they're crossed, one time they're not. What the hell?
I will be right back, you guys. I'm going to let my mom have the floor for a minute.
It's real easy to crisscross. Take it out. Get a little yank back. Stick that through. And add these two. And now we're back to the 2-2 combo again. This is a little tighter weave, but it will always be two. These two up top, I'll let them drop over, give it a squeeze, and it exposes these two down here on the bottom right here. Come on, thing, focus. So these right here, I'll expose them to put the next set on by dropping these from side to side. And so dropping the, I call it dropping the bunny ears, goes to each side. That's not what we want. So I'm going to grab the center one, give this a little tug right here, which will expose those outer two bunny ears that I dropped. Now, quite normally when you're doing this, they'll just take care of itself. So I'm going to do it this way. The bunny ears back. Yeah, it's always the worst when you're trying to explain something to somebody. So I'm going to flip them side to side, and it exposes that center one, which are those two center ones. I'll hook my next wires on here. And I want to hold this to this side so those will stay open. Grab my two closed and one open, which is there. We're going to go back to the center piece right here. And we're going to close that. Make sure we got a good closure. Now where that one single is, and these two over here, we got to make that all match together. So keeping a hold of it to the side, not that way. There. Where those two stay open. And I'm going to go back here in the middle where that one ring is. I'm going to add one to that. And then I'm going to pick these two danglies up and put them on that open ring. Just like that. So here's the two closed ones. The closure. And there's the next set that we just did. That was the first one. This is the second one. And that's how you make bracelets. Now, I normally, when I'm weaving, I use a needle nose tips. These are my opening pliers. They got that nice surface. Now, if I was doing the same combo, except I'm going to turn more to the side, and it would make me go through the side, through the back, make sure there's an opening, and add, and it would make this one. This is a 6-in-1. So as you see here, where this piece is, I'd have to come all the way back here behind these two here. I'd be going behind, picking that all up and bringing it up and closing it, which would give us one of these. This one's a stainless steel. I just wash it with Dawn dish soap and it shines it back up. And what I've been doing the last few days is making bracelet holders. Which are these. This one's a skull one. Just did that one last night. So what you would do is your lobster claws at this end and your rings at this end. And to hook it to the back side right here a little bit. So it's not holding that. I put that there. Put that around. Get this down to my wrist. Before I do that, I try to make sure my lobster claw's open. So when it's here, you latch it to the lobster claw. I had this one pretty tight because I don't like my bracelets moving around. So I struggle. Lobster claws open. There. And it's on. I don't like having too much give in my bracelets, so I struggle a little bit. But that's what these are for. This is my daughter's page, so if interested, anybody can get a hold of her and talk about making one. I do have a smaller ring that I use to put different things on to make it into a bracelet with dingly things on it. Could be balls, could be charms. I try not to put charms on unless a customer wants it. So just did that big demo so I can get going on these.
If anybody wants to get a hold of either me or my mom, that is my email. If I know you personally, you can also get a hold of me through Facebook. Or preferably anybody that is new, please get a hold of me through the email, and we will get a hold of you from there on.
This is one of my other skull ones. Also do them with pearls. Just do them with other glass. Again, using these skulls. That's what I've been working on.
And I'm getting ready to work on a steampunk skull.
Sometimes I can lay these down in front of me and I see where my opening's up, and that way I don't have to fight with the opening, just pick it up and open it. And when you speed weave, you learn on that opening. I don't know if you can hear it because of the fans, but you hear a click, click, click.
I can hear it pretty good.
That's to let me know that it's meeting up. Not being because I did that so many times, I won't be able to use this ring because it's already made it work hard. But you don't ever want to put your finger there and have your nail hang up.
Oh no, I've done that.
That will scrape you on your arm. See right there? So I'll waste that one. Because when you work hard, aluminum, it gets a stiff point. And if I just go to close it and I'm building and it breaks, it makes me mad. We also have a thing that we call ping in the ring. Now, ping in the ring is where I go to open and I barely caught the ring and it'll go flying. We call that ping in the ring. So I'm going to quit talking, let her talk. I'm going to sit here and show you how fast I do this.
You can stay talking, Mom. I'm just
I don't want to talk. I want to let people see what it takes.
Yeah. He says, Songbird, how are you doing? That's from Dragon. She's asking how you're doing.
I'm doing okay. She fed me a steak breakfast this morning and eggs and
Steak dinner last night.
kind of like went to La La Land for a while from a full tummy.
You! It knocked me out right after eating.
I call it the food coma.
But on top of that, I also didn't get very good sleep either last night.
Yeah, I haven't had a big breakfast like that in a while.
Hey, it was well deserved. Haven't had steak and eggs in a long time. Now, if it was a T-bone steak, that'd be different. That'd be a lot better.
Yeah,
The steaks
well,
we had were only like this thick.
the T-bone steaks you buy here on the market are crap.
And
They
I
gotta
would
be
eat a
as
T-bone
they
steak
need
at
to be as
Walmart.
thick as this square.
Batman! Hi, brother. Good to see you, Bubba.
Are you at work?
I just happened to notice that the dragon said hi to him.
Hi, sweetie.
I don't know if you can see it, Batman, but turn my light off. But I am working on a steampunk sugar skull. And I used green for the diamond in his tooth.
Batman, did you get the stabilizer I was talking about, the Floetrol?
Oh, I meant to send him a picture of that last night and I forgot. Remind me tonight, Mom, and I'll send him a picture of that. I totally
So
forgot. I spaced last night after dinner.
I'm working.
I'm waiting for my ride to go home from work.
Gotcha.
Be safe, brother. And stay hydrated. This weather's doing a
He's got
number on
Batman
people this
power.
week. Well, one of my sisters that's a caretaker, she's already had to hospitalize two of her patients this week because the heat has gotten to them. The facility is not staying cool enough. This California weather's taking a number on people. My room's not too warm, but I still have my little fan on my feet, just trying to keep my body temperature adjusted because my head being hot.
If you're wondering what I was telling Batman,
They're
Floetrol.
not here. There's zero in here.
Well, just so people know, what I was talking to Batman about is called Floetrol. It's a paint stabilizer. You can take the little tubes of paints that you buy at Hobby Lobby and Michael's, put about half a cup of that Floetrol and mix it to the paint. So when the paint's not being used, it keeps it stabilized and not
Thank
let
you,
it dry
Batman.
out.
Batman, would you like to see a picture of what the bottle that she's talking about, or I can send you a picture of it later? I can grab it right now if you need me to, Mom. It's in the closet.
Oh, I can just pull it up on my phone.
Oh, it'll take me a second.
Floetrol. I told you I got it. That's the stabilizer. It's called Floetrol. Now they have come out with some new stuff, so make sure it's for acrylic paint. That little bottle right there do you for what you're doing. So when you paint and it goes dry on your canvas, it doesn't crack. That's why I use that.
And the other reason for the Floetrol too is there's a mild oil effect that's in it. I'm not sure if I have a picture in here that you did for me. Actually, I
Well,
think I have it put away.
that's for like a pour.
Yeah.
You add the oil. Oil will cause the paints when it's on a canvas and you're doing a canvas pour. So you put 1 or 2 drops. We all use WD-40. Just a couple drops in there, spin it around, and as you pour it onto the canvas, you get the clusters.
What was the other oil that they used, Mom, besides the WD-40?
Um,
That was the stabilizing oil for
I
firearms.
use the cocoa oil. I've used the coconut oils. I've
And
used adult oils.
I think we've
Whatever
also tried that stabilizing oils for the gears for firearms.
gear oil for firearms. Well, no,
Yeah.
yeah, but you don't use that unless it's something you've been professionally doing
Yeah.
because it might not do what you want it to do.
And it depends on the canvas material too.
So if you're doing one and you want it to have clusters, then you can just use a little bit of WD-40. I buy the little miniature ones at the counter.
Okay, he
And I,
just said, ask, can you please send me a picture later?
yeah, and I'll spray the container like it's not even really there because it goes around, and then I put the paint in and I mix it.
And the best thing to make certain little designs on your canvases too, if you're doing large or small, is having a colander for draining your, like you drain your noodles with.
Yeah,
Putting it on top of a
you
can,
hold it above the canvas and you pour your paints in.
or you put a jar in the center of your canvas or a can, set it on top, and then pour it over. She made a
Don't
picture
get him
for
too
me.
confused, Becca. You're gonna get
I'm
him
just
too confused.
explaining what you've made for me. You made one, and it actually had a feather effect of wings.
Well, that's because I did the pour in the center. I just poured all my paint nice and slow, each color, and let it do its thing with the oil. It started doing the clusters, and then I came back in with the straw and went and made it do what I wanted it to do.
And it works great on wood canvas boards too.
But if you pour canvases, make sure you have plastic down
Oh, yeah.
because you want it to run over the sides to paint the sides. A lot of people will just take their finger and go around, and I like the natural look. I
A
just
lot
like
of people use dog kennel bottom crates
the
sitting
peaky
on the
mat.
table. That way you have the leftover paint, and you can take and let the leftover paint dry, peel it off the board of the plastic, and you can actually use it for
So if you
silicone
have a dog kennel, underneath they have a plastic tray is what she's talking about. When you start out, they're like $22. I bought the biggest one because I was doing big canvases. But for like what you're doing, Mike, I would buy the small, take it home, wash it real good, and then spray some kind of like Pam or something like that on the tray. And then when you do your pours for your canvases and you're done and you're happy with your canvas, that tray that she's showing that's catching the paint, you can manipulate the paint with a brush or a straw, or you can drag a chain through it and make your designs. and then let it dry. Once it dries, then you can take that paint. You can cut them with cutters, scissors, and you can make whatever you want. A lot of ladies will take and do that and cut out leaves and make them into earrings on the back of thin leather.
And buying these trays, they do have multi-purpose uses. Out front, at your front
Yeah,
door, they're catching kitty litter, putting a food bowl, water bowl, so they don't make a mess on their tile floor. There's a lot of uses of these trays, and this one is only $10 at Petco. I think when we bought ours, that was a large.
yeah, it was the extra large cage.
Yeah, the extra large one.
It fits half of this table.
And that one's 30 now.
But if you didn't want to mess with the trays too much and you want to just catch your paint, you can also put plastic down in the tray to catch your paint. And you could do what we call a dirty pour. And the dirty pour is where you caught the paint and you put it back in the container if you catch it soon enough. Most of us just leave it there to dry. And I'll cut out circles or elongated pieces to put on these bracelets.
You want to see what's hopping on TikTok right now, Mom? Is these. They're plastic teddy bears called the Handy DIY bears. And you can, as you can see, they're doing acrylic pour on them. Or they call it a fluid art drip bear.
Yeah.
And the ones that are really hitting the market right now, and they're even being sold on eBay.
See how it has the tray underneath?
Mm-hmm. TikTok funny acrylic pours that are being done. And look how much for the bear.
It's ridiculous.
Well, you guys think the paint the guy's doing, and the guy that's actually doing it is out in China. And one of my sisters just got one of these sent to her out of the blue from somebody off of her TikTok. She had clicked on the shop, and it was sent to her for free.
Well,
it kind of freaked her out because of the colors.
Sister Wives were on live with doing one of their shows, and they were talking about one of the sisters getting a gift card for one of the girls that were getting married. It was some fancy store. And the next morning, her phone goes off and it says, "You have a $20 gift certificate when you go to the store," that they were talking about. And she goes, "I didn't ask for any certificate." And the sister wife says, "I told you we're all being watched." And she just freaked out. Just like me that day, I did my picture of the gator.
Well, look at
Next
this.
morning, I hear an offer on my phone with my picture on a canvas for
This
$33.
I only recently just seen the bears, but was posted last year. There's actually a TikTok challenge that was done.
Yeah.
And they do have 3 different size bears. And there's also the 3D printer bear
Yeah.
that's being done. And the guy's making it to where it has movable arms, which is pretty cool. Doesn't even seem like we've been on here an hour already.
It goes by fast.
Yeah.
So this is why I was saying I wanted to quit talking because I'm not getting nothing accomplished. By now, I'd have this half full.
Hello, whoever just came in. I'm just coloring, and my mom's over there making jewelry. Hope everybody's having a good day. And for being such a little fan, it is making my legs cold quick. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it off. It's actually making my bad leg hurt.
When I say I make dragon eyes on glass, that's what I'm talking about. That's a flat on one side and beveled. You put the black in, and then you use the nail polish to color it into the colors you want. That's one of my other things. But I start out on the edge with blues. And you see the scrape marks is where if the cabochon with the black is in the center, I take a dragon, what I call dental tool, with my tip, and I go back and scrape off some of that blue all the way around like that. Keep scraping it off. So when I put the next coat on, it goes in between those colors. And from there, I base my color on what a customer wants. See how I'm scraping off?
It's very cool.
That's the colors. If you ever go to Walmart back in the patio section, they have those little trays that you serve cupcakes on. Well, I bought the 3-tiered one. So I have paint, nail polish on the bottom, which is about this big around, which are gel. And then the other ones are my other colors. And if they're quick dry, they'll be on the top. It's a big tray.
Gel ones tend to let you work a little bit slower with before they dry.
Yeah.
And it's also good to have a nail drying machine or cure to cure them if you need them done quicker.
No. If I was making a gator, it'd be orange and yellows with just a thin line of black. And when I add wire to that cabochon, I have a gear on the bottom. Cabochon gets glued on, and when I start, there'll be a little hole in the gear, and then you do a fractal wrap, and that's what that looks like. But I have not gotten out my paint because I'm waiting to get whether I can have the window open. This was the one I'm working on for Rebecca.
Yeah, I have my bracelets put up somewhere. I haven't been able to find it. When I moved into this room, I misplaced it. Where did we get this triangle, Mom? Was it Hobby Lobby?
It came with your box.
Not this one. No. It works great for this paper, though.
This is what me and my son does with electricity.
And it's done with salt water. Mom, would you be up to having a small cup coffee?
Not really.
Okay. I'm going to grab me a small glass of juice. I'll be right back.
Trying to find one of my pictures. Should be coming up here. Come on. Where are you? Should have been right here. I also do stuff with the horseshoes too. Clean them up and polish them. Do like a dream catcher effect on them. I knew I had pictures in there. And the salt dogs. Oh, heck. Probably way up top. Mhm. Also like wrapping shark's teeth too. I'm not finding. I need to get her to work on my phone where I can put my Pinterest pictures, my craft pictures. This gets too hard when I want to show something. Ah. All I know is I need to get back to work or I'm not going to get anything made. What I put on my fingers because the arthritis. If I do too many of these, they have a tendency to lock up the next day.
I'm back.
I believe my last count on these was, I think, I do at least 200 to make sure I'm secured on having everything open and closed. But I think it's like 160 or so for a small one.
Yeah.
And as you can see here, each one of these squares is an inch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got a big rest. For most people, it would be a size 7. So you'd be taking half of this corner right here off. Push this to the side.
Hey, Dragon, welcome back. We're doing okay.
I'll try moving this down. One that'll stay there. We'll give it a good try. Stay. Hopefully I'll be able to show you here. So there's that opening I'm looking for to close. If I was doing the closed ones right now, I'm doing open ones. So I'm just opening it. And this is what it looks like again. With that opening right there. I can almost put my nail in. If I'm closing it, you'll hear a click, click, click. Making sure I know I'm getting it closed. And as I'm doing that, I'm pushing in to help close it. So do it a couple times, line it up, and as you see, there's a little bit of a gap right there that will hang up on your clothes. So I know the gap's going this way, so I know I need to bring this one down just a tad. No, I don't have any hang up there. Might be just a little tiny bit because I'm overworking the ring. There we go. Really, internet? Thought we were solved this problem.
Is your Wi-Fi turned off on your phone?
It's been turned off.
Okay.
You're the one that turned it off.
Yeah, because we have it unlimited on the phones.
I
So
know. That's what I was saying the other day. Hope this doesn't continue.
it's funny, a plane's flying over, and that just happened.
Well, actually, it's a helicopter. And he's loaded, you can tell. You hear his blades cutting the air really heavy.
Yeah.
It's probably an accident on the freeway. Given the time of day it is. People coming down out of the hills to go do a night shift.
Well, you also got the shows coming up this week. If they haven't done them already. The Hot August night.
And that was Saturday. But then you got Fuddruckers and the other one that represents Mexican cars. Red Robin. That's usually in Folsom. Down by the prison. Bosa Praisen. That was a good closure.
Actually, Mom, they're holding it this weekend.
Well, there's a few of them, Beck. It's not. You got Reno, you got Tahoe's.
This one's in Virginia City this
Let's
week.
see.
Wait a minute, this was July. They held it at the end of July because of the weather. These are already over. Let's see. Today. Downtown Reno from 10 to 6.
No, it didn't. Let's see, I put a closed one in there, and I probably won't find it. That's unlucky. Haha.
They only held them from the 2nd to the 6th this year. So they're already done.
So if I was to show you guys again, 2 closed ones, I add them to this. I mean, he's coming in hot.
Mm-hmm.
Right over the top of the house.
I put the camera on you so that they can see it up close.
Fight me thing. So, again, open one with 2 rings on it. So you can see again. We're going to grab these 2. These 2 are what I call the bunny ears because we're working on a 2-2 combo. So 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. So I'm going to grab this to this side here and let these bunny ears flop to each side, as you see here. And we're going to actually pick those 2 back up in the center of these 2. So when they're dropped to the side and I grab them, I do this is just to show you guys. When the bunny ears are off to the side, open these 2 up, and the 2 bunny ears I have to the side. Come on. I'm trying to do this so you guys can see. Drop the bunny ears. And when you're doing this just by myself without trying to do a demo, I'll force these 2 down here in between my fingers. These will automatically pop open. Maybe it sounds like 2 of them out here back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out front real quick and
Let's
see
see
what's
if I
going on.
enacted it out here in front.
I'm gonna put you up here for a bit.
So the 2 that were off to the side are now here in the center because I flopped them over, opened that center so I could pick them up. So now if I hold it this way, it would collapse back on itself. So I go to the side. And I'm holding those 2 open ones to the side. And where I added those two earlier, we're going to pick those up right there in the center. And as you see, the two that we did earlier are here. Come on. So now I'm going to drop that back out. Put those back up. Give it a squeeze to bring those two back. It's really hard when you're trying to do something in the camera. Flopping them back so those two will get exposed again in the center. Now, drop the ring. Just go back, pick it up. Go back to these two center ones. Right there. I'm going to close that so those two rings don't pop off. So it's nice and closed.
Over the freeway.
It's probably a big accident on the freeway.
Yeah.
So pull them back on these so you can see where that ring is. We have to make a 2-2 combo, so you'll have to put another one right on top of the one I'm holding with the pliers. So we have to go back in, pick up those two center ones again, right back here. We're going to let that drop, and these two that I added just a minute ago are right here. So I'm going to pick that up, add it to my open ring, close it, closure, and then we started the 2-2 combo again. And as I go, it will look like that. So all these ones when I'm talking about flipping the bunny ears are these ones.
Dragon says whatever you're working on looks great.
Thank you. Just remember when you're doing it, you always want 2-2-2. Now, if I was making a Byzantine, which is a lot tighter weave, I'd be adding 2 more rings up here, but I'm not. I want this nice and close. Now, this is a 6-in-1, which is different that I have back here. And I go and mess up my camera. Sorry. That's a 6-in-1 weave. And as you see, I said I'll get my finger on it. These 2 top ones, I have to take those open rings, go behind these 2, come out in between the other 2, and then that's it again. Now, when I tell you about having the rings, now this one's been worn for about 1.5 years. Get it to focus back. You'll see some gaps. See there? Because I've been wearing this for a long time. And there's one right here. Now, I don't feel it. Other people might, but that's the gap I'm talking about, making sure that you get closed. You don't want that scratching a customer. And also, to demonstrate on these, I'll get it to focus again. You have what it's called a blade cut and a saw cut. I'm focused back on one. Okay, here's one right here. So we can get a little closer. You see that that's straight, a straight cut. It's flush to each other. That's what you want. But some manufacturers will do a different cut and they will actually have a valley like in between my fingers. You'll never be able to get that to close because of the way they were cut. That's why I only buy saw cut. And when you buy saw cut, they were actually on a mandrel and they set it into a little valley thing and they take the blade and just go psh, as fast as it'll go. And you get a nice clean closure. When this does lay on your arm, it does look nice. There's a good demo station right there. Or the two top bunny ears there. These ones right here. They'll get flipped backwards. And I'll pick them up in the center where those two bottom ones are sitting. And it doesn't make sense unless you learn it. It took me a while, but I got it. The big one I did, I showed you the 6-in-1. I actually did that one in gold. And I was so mad because I loved it, I sold it, and I wanted to make more of them for people. And then they quit making the gold 24 karat gold rings. Now I can buy the wire and I use a mandrel. Now these ones are for other crafts, but I'll use a small metal mandrel and I just wrap the wire as tight as I can around it. And then I come back with the cutters and cut it myself. But when you do that, when you use a cutter, you got to cut one side and then you got to turn it and catch the other side so you get a flush cut. That's why I don't make my own rings unless I have to. I'll give you one more little check here on these just to kind of show you something. I'll have to use these ones. These are my open ones. Now you can do what they call a rope. Or you can call what they call a bird nest. Now, I'm going to close this ring. Get this back into focus. You'll close the ring just like that. I'm going to hold that. I'm going to take an open ring. I'm going to go backwards. Go in and make that 2-2. Close that one. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to make the chain actually twist on itself. So I would put this backwards in my hand. I'm going to do the bird one first. People call it a bird nest. I call it a rose because it looks like a rose to me. So you'll see these are twisted. That's what we want. And we're just going to keep doing that, flipping it back until they stack on the top of each other. You'll see. And if you drop it, it will actually put itself. As you see, it's starting to make a rose. Pick it up from there. And sometimes I'll build a bracelet like this. And you're always going to put them through all of them that are twisted. And keep pushing that back. And keep picking them all up. Don't leave one behind at all. So it's all twisted up. The more you put on, the tighter that gets, and then it makes the bird nest, as I call it. Well, sometimes it feels like it's not setting right. I'll just flop it back on the table, and there it makes itself back into the rows, as they call them. And again, I'll use my fingers, pick it up, keep it stacked, and I'm going to add every one of those back in again. Now, from what I just did here, if you wanted to continue, you can keep going around until it closes up. You can get it all nice and tight. But from here, I can add a ring to my pliers where that single one is, and then start another one of these and make it into a rope chain. It's just other ways of making it. Give me my pen. Yeah, gotta have these open ones. I just like the way that kind of lays. It's just so cool. You're getting a pretty good closure on that ring. Got by my opening. Oh, mercy sakes. Passed it right by. So from this right here that I have, where there's two, I actually don't want it to be there because it's going to mess up what I'm trying to show. So take this one off. Now on this technique, you want to have your two. You're going to come in behind. Come on. Make sure that one's flipped. Come in behind. And you keep repeating this out. Just keep repeating and repeating it. When you have, just two and two and two, it will eventually look all funky. And what you're going to do is you're going to pick up one of the ends that you're working on. And you're going, well, how could that be a chain? You take it and you just turn it yourself. And it makes it into a chain. And it's quite pretty. A lot of the gold ones you see on the market are done that way. But I don't want to do any more of the rings that way because I'm out to make a bracelet. Sometimes these closures get so good I can't see them. I have to go by feel. Try to bring this up just a tad.
And it's just us on here.
Oh no. Find my opening. Twist. Open. 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 I'm gonna put my camera back up because this is slowing me way down.
Let me help you. You got it.
That should be fine. Cold water on me. Pin it down a little more. There we go. Wow. Yeah, we're trying, sweetie girl. I hope you're getting rest. This town dragon, I hope she gets some rest.
Yeah.
She don't have to be here. Just
You're having a good day, sis, or just hanging out.
she's just a good supporter of my page, and that's why I like her so much. And again, anybody that's watching this page of my daughter's, that's Dragon. That is my mod. No bullshit, no drama, or she'll give you the boot. We like to keep this clean and fun. And Days Dragon's feeling better. She does her diamond art. Or she has her little talk show. And she's the same with me. No drama. Have fun. Life's too short to have drama.
That
Drama
it is.
causes more heartache in people. And no, my daughter does not give permission to anybody to take her video or mine
Nope.
and put it on their page without asking. That is a big no-no. Because somebody's already done that to me, and she's getting all kinds of fame, and I'm not. And I don't like that. I work hard to keep my page as healthy and clean, and this is why I brought Dragon in. Zero tolerance to bullying.
Hi, sis. I just happened to see you pop in the background. Hi, sissy.
Hello.
There's my girl.
If you want to stay, sis, in the next 20 minutes, I'm gonna probably end this, and we'll just talk in the back room.
Yeah.
You sound like you're talking better.
Ugh.
Dragon had some teeth taken out and fixed. So she's been in a lot of pain.
Mm-hmm.
Pain for about a month and a half waiting for this stupid appointment, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I gotta get mine set up next.
I remember the good old days. You call the dentist, oh, see you in a couple hours, or see you the next day. Not 18, 19, 30 days later. Then the
Right.
tooth
Well, I had one pulled back in July, and because I had that one pulled, I had to have time to heal before they could pull the other two. So that's why the appointment was set for yesterday.
I can remember when I got my false teeth, they pulled 28 from the bottom all at once. They were so decayed
Mm-hmm.
because I was never taught how to brush my teeth.
Mm. But other than that,
And then
oh, that's pretty what you're coloring, sis. That's gorgeous.
Thank you.
I like it.
top one, I lost them in a car accident
Yeah.
when I went through the windshield. So I actually got married without any front teeth. If I'll show you my wedding photos,
Uh,
the bouquet up around my face.
but yeah, it's hotter than molasses out here today.
Oh,
Like
yeah, I just walked out
93.
front and about burned my feet.
I think we had a major car accident close to the freeway here because a helicopter.
Oh, damn looking ass. Whoa.
I'm gonna mute myself just for a second.
Right. It's just hotter than molasses. I'm just not in the mood to do crafts today.
Well, Mom was out at hours, so until Monday. So
Oh, yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I think I've used maybe 6 hours out of my 20.
Right. Yeah, but see, I pay for StreamYard, so I don't have to worry.
Yeah. Till we can get to that point right now, we're just using the free hours.
I know. I know how that goes. I did that for a little while. So I made up my mind and said, I'm done. I'm just going to break down and pay for it. So, but I just figured I'd come up for a few minutes anyhow.
Yeah.
My jaw feels like it's being ripped to shreds right now.
You're muted, mother.
So, huh? Oh, wow. Damn, sis. Really? Oh, shit. So, I thought I'd come up for a few minutes, but anyhow.
Well, if you want to hang, sis, I'm just going to go ahead and in the live.
Oh, okay.
So right where that heart is,
Yeah.
back right here,
Y'all have a good day.
is about 8
Gonna be
streets.
hopping
That's
off
the
here.
hospital. So they're flying right over the top of my house because they have to
Yeah.
come in from the freeway,
Yeah.
go around once, make the circle to land on the pad. And I can see the hospital out my window. Crazy, huh?
Alright. I'm gonna end this, Mom. Since it's just the three of us.
All right, bye.